we have an issue. We have varnished the entire floor, and I think even from when we put the tester on, we knew that we didn't like it, but I feel like it's so hard to tell from just like a tiny patch on the floor. So we decided to cover the whole thing, and every time I come up here, I'm like, no, it is bad. I don't even know if it's gonna pick up on camera. The actual color it is. I mean, on camera it looks super, super dark. It's not actually that dark, but it's just yellow, and there's obviously still blue paint on the wall. We are literally about to come up here and paint the colours that we picked out, which I think I have showed you guys, but we've got these neutrals, so this for the ceiling and then this on the walls. So I think that is going to help, but that's probably the true colour that it is. I feel like every time I take a picture of it, it doesn't look that bad, but it's just so yellow. Like, I'm not obsessed with it at all. So yeah, lesson learned. Even if the testers are £17, buy them, because we've literally now done this whole floor, and Google literally says you've got to sand the whole thing back, or you can use bleach, which isn't good for the wood. So that's really fun. I'm kind of thinking if we get I mean, it's going to make them darker, but we could potentially get like a light grey varnish to go over it, because it might then cancel out the yellow and just lighten the whole thing. But yeah, that's our problem that we need to solve today. Otherwise, we may just paint them. We might just paint them white. I think we might have some paint left over from the first renovation that we did, because all the floorboards in that house we painted white, and I did still like how it looked. So that is like worst case scenario, but I would love to keep the wood, just not like this. It's literally giving everything I didn't want it to give. My bad, because Brad did say, should we buy the testers? And I thought, they're literally like this big, like they're tiny little tubs, and they were £17. So I thought, even if you want to try like 3 of them, you're basically paying for a whole tub of paint. But like I say, less than that, we're gonna buy the testers next time. But this, for reference, is the Ronseal medium oak. And again, like the pictures that you're going off, and I even Googled what this looked like in people's rooms, it just is not the same. We have Brad's mum here, and my mum is actually popping over as well, and we're all gonna grab a paintbrush and get to painting this room, because everything is now prepped and ready, everything's sanded down, all the cracks are filled like this here. The ceiling has been whitewashed a couple of times. I will probably just prop the camera up and show you guys a few clips of what we get up to today. We went for a nice dog walk this morning and had some brunch, and now it's back to work. It is the weekend, so we've got plenty of time to sort this issue. Good morning, guys. I thought I would give you a little Homesense haul, because I went there yesterday. We actually don't have one too near us. We have to go to Cambridge. So I feel like I always make use of the trip when I go, and I spent quite a lot of money, but I actually got 4 pieces of furniture, I think, in that. I also have a massive bag of stuff that I thought we could go through first, and then I'll show you the little pieces that I picked up for the bedrooms. I managed to get some bedside tables. You can see behind me, the dining room is pretty much done. If you see balloons lurking around, we celebrated Mum's birthday the other day, so I've kind of hidden the decor behind the camera. We went to the beauty section, mainly because I forever rave about the Hawaiian Tropics aerosol sprays. These are literally my favourite, and they're only £8 in TK Maxx, which I really don't think is that bad. So I picked up 2 SPF 30 sprays, and then I also got my favourite After Sun, which is this one. It smells like a dream and works really well. This was only £7 as well. And then I also got a tanning oil which has SPF 30 in it, again from Hawaiian Tropics, and that was £7.99. The final thing I grabbed from the beauty section is these. I also rave about them. They are so good. They are the Nip and Fab brightening pads, and they're a staple part of my skincare routine. And then we actually have Shannon Oak coming to stay with us this weekend with the dogs, and they're called Cobra and Kiki, so they both begin with a K. And I saw this and I literally just could not resist it. It's just like a tiny little Diamante K. I just picked that up because I saw it and thought it was cute. But then onto home stuff, I picked up a couple of food items. I got some tahini because I want to make my own spicy margs at home. I've never tried, but they are like my go-to drink when I'm out. This would be so nice around the rim of the glass, but also you can obviously pop it in food as well. This is also really nice with fruit. And then some chili crisps, because I'd never see this in supermarkets and I always see people using it. Me and Georgia also went into Anthropology and I picked up 2 more of these glasses. They have ones with like oranges on. I know the croissant one is quite popular. We saw lemons, avocados. They have so many in store, and they're not with like the glasses section, or at least in the Cambridge shop that we went into. They were like over to the left in a different section on their own. But I love them. These fit like 1.5 cans of Coke in them. So it's a pretty decent size as well. But I thought a spicy marg in that, are you joking? With the tahini around the top. I need to get making those. Back to Homesense. I went a little bit crazy in the candle section, I can't lie. This is one of my all-time favourite scents. Also, I feel like the lids of these salmon fog candles are just getting more and more rogue. I don't know what happened to just these ones, but there we go. This is my favourite scent. It's California Beach House. It just smells like summer. Like, it smells like sun cream, but in the best way. I honestly think it kind of smells like the Hawaiian Tropic sun cream, but I love it. It's just such a fresh scent, and that was only £9 for like the medium size. Then I did grab a bigger one, which these are £15, and this is in Provence Lavender and Woods. Again, just like a really fresh scent. I feel like I go for more fresher scents with candles rather than like ouds or like woody scents. Oh, I did also pick up a Sanctuary Spa reed diffuser. That is in the bathroom. But that was like £12 or something. And then this DW Home candle in Fresh Cut Gardenia. And then the final candle that I picked up is this one, which is White Rose and Himalayan Salt. They all kind of smell similar, to be fair, but that's just obviously the scent I like. This is kind of random, but I just thought she'd be cute on the side. It's literally just like an empty bottle. And this was in the section where they just have the most random bits, where everyone makes those TikToks of like describing the most ridiculous things. But that is everything that I got bits wise, and then I'm gonna go and grab the furniture pieces and try my best to show you them. Before we get onto that, I forgot that I picked up a dog bed for Bon finally, and some other little bits as well. I grabbed some towels, which to be honest I didn't overly need. Like, we have quite a few towels already, but I just thought these look super nice, and I thought like hung in the bathroom they're a bit more of like a decor piece, but they're super soft, and I don't think they were that expensive at all. Yeah, this bath towel was £10. And then I also picked up the matching hand towels because I thought they'd be handy for the toilets. This was only £5. I just really love this like checkerboard design. I think it's super cute. I treated myself to one blanket. I'm always on a ban of like, can't buy blankets, can't buy candles, because we do have so many in this house, but I just couldn't help myself this time. But to be fair, I needed candles. But I also grabbed this gorgeous throw, which was £24.99, and it just has this kind of floral design on it, but I thought it was super nice. It's kind of reversible as well. You can have it on this side, which is a little bit darker, or on the more cream side, so I thought that would be cute, draped over like an armchair or on the sofa or something. Their blankets and throws are really reasonably priced, I always find. And then Bon finally has a bed. She has a real habit of like sitting by this door in the kitchen, and we don't know why. I've got like a curtain up at it, and she just sits on the end of the curtain on the floor and looks really sorry for herself. So I bought this to fit like perfectly in that gap, because it's obviously her little spot in this house. This was £24.99 as well, and obviously it will last her super well. So onto furniture. I saw Adele pick this up on her TikTok, and I was so impressed by the price. It's only £25, and I just think it's like the perfect little stool to have sat by the bath. So now we have a bath again. This is gonna go there with like some little soaps or like trinkets on it. But some of these can be so expensive. Like, I'm not paying £100 for a stool that's this big that I'm literally just gonna put things on. So £25 just really isn't bad. I wanna say you can order it. I think Adele ordered hers on TK Maxx. So I might look into that as well, because sometimes I find like, I'll watch a Homesense haul and I think, well, I want that. Then I go to my Homesense and it's just literally nowhere to be seen. So if we can order, that would be great. I really feel like these are gonna get progressively harder for me to show you as the furniture gets bigger, but this is a little bit of a rogue purchase. I kind of thought I wanted to see it in the house, and then if I don't love it, I can take it back. But this is just like a gorgeous little side table, and I don't know how well you can see, but it's literally made of these shells, I guess. I'm assuming they're just plastic, but It has this gorgeous like floral design all over it. The top of the table looks like this. And it is a little bit uneven, so I'm thinking popping a book on here and then maybe a little lamp just next to a sofa or something. This one was only £48. They're usually £60, but for some reason, this was discounted. I don't really know why, because I don't think it's damaged or anything. This one is gonna be so hard to show you. I also did reformer Pilates yesterday, so my arms are in bits. So if you see me shaking, mind your business. But, these are so much heavier than they look, I promise. I got these bedside tables. They just have like the stone effect on the top. I'll put these in place today and I can show you guys what they look like by the side of the bed so you get the full effect. But they're so heavy, like really nice quality. But they're only £50. So I got 2 of those for either side of, I think, the guest bed, not our bedroom. I think we're gonna put these in the guest room. This is gonna be the hardest thing of all to show you guys. I don't know why I'm even attempting this. Again, I will put it into place so you can see it properly. Oh my God. This Ottoman storage bench, I'll give you a sneak peek for now. It's this gorgeous like striped material and it's obviously perfect for storage as well. Like this actually opens and you can pop things inside. So I thought again at the end of the bed, whether it's in our room or in a guest room, I just couldn't resist it. It was only, I say only, it was £150. But again, I just think you could spend like £300 on things like this. And I just love that Homesense have these little bits that you don't really tend to see anywhere else. That was the last thing that I got from Homesense. Brad has actually been painting the guest room because like I say, we have the guys coming this weekend. So we wanted to make sure we have the bedroom set up for them. So I can show you guys up there. We can pop the bedside tables in there and then just spend time getting bits and bobs. I feel like when you move in and you want to like fill a house with furniture and then you look at the prices of furniture, it's actually really hard to do that. We're trying to find curtains at the minute for the lounge, and because the window's quite big, the like off the shelf curtains are, no word of a lie, about 20 centimeters too short to actually fully close in the middle. For example, on Dunelm, they would be like £80 a curtain or £60 a curtain, depending on what you're getting. And then if you go on like the made to measure section, put your measurements in, click get a quote, £600. Where does that come from? Like, explain that jump to me. I honestly don't get it. I know you're obviously paying for like the service, but I just think £600 for one set of curtains, I cannot bring myself to do it. So we currently still have no curtains in the lounge, which is kind of annoying, but I've ordered some curtains for, or some blinds actually, for the guest room. It's slowly coming together. I feel like we're trying to get bits in order, but not rush it at the same time because we literally have all the time in the world. But I just get a bit excited. And when I'm in places like Homesense, I just pick up things and want to buy the whole shop. But yeah, that is my little haul. I will pick you guys back up today. We are actually celebrating my dad's retirement, which is crazy to say out loud. So I think I'm meeting them soon for a little coffee in the day, and then my whole family's going out this evening, which will be super nice. I've just put Bonnie's bed in the little space that she always sits in. So this is the curtain that she'll just like sit on the end of in this doorway. And I just had a thought, like, is she gonna walk in and think, oh, like they've got me a bed and put it in my favourite spot? Obviously not, she's a dog, but I like to think that she's gonna think that. Right, this whole place is a mess because I've just given you guys that haul, but I thought I would just show you this in full before we pop it in place wherever we want it. It's one of them pieces where on its own it looks a bit scary, but I think in amongst the rest of the furniture in the room it will tie in nicely. Have updates in the guest room, or this will be the guest room for now, just while we have people coming to stay with us, and we haven't sorted the other room yet, but we have painted in here and it's actually the same colour as our bedroom, and then the ceiling colour is the same as downstairs in the dining room. But Brad has been busy in here setting up the bed. It's very large. But it's fine, it's literally just a bedroom. Feels so much fresher in here. This was the room that had the shine bright, whatever it said. That is gone.
I think that mirror would look nice there.
Yeah, that's true actually. Bought this ages ago from Zara. We would ideally like to rip the carpet up in here, but that is a job for another day.
I have seen it. There is a pot here that gets lifted. It's the same as the other room.
Oh, really? What's it doing? Just going to pay. Oh, God. Why did they do that? Do you reckon they're just dark floorboards though? Because in the other room there was lino under there.
Don't know.
Fun.
So that's staying there for the moment.
Also, the doors are still currently white, but I actually quite like how it looks with the off-white on the architraves. It's the same with the door into the room as well. We are eventually going to probably strip the paint off the doors and take them back to their original wood, but again, a job for another day. This bed, by the way, we'll show you when it's all set up, but this was from Dusk a little while ago, and it has the ottoman storage underneath, so it is a pretty good bed. It's been a while because we've just like been cracking on at the house. I feel like we had a few people coming to stay, which meant that we just got a load of jobs done and like got this place a bit more up to scratch and a bit more us. So there has been quite a lot of decoration going on that I haven't filmed, but I thought I'd pick up the camera today and show you the finished bedroom so I can wrap this vlog up. I know you've obviously seen us like painting it. We had the whole debacle with the floors. So I can kind of talk you through how we finished up this room, and we are now in a fresh looking bedroom. I'm honestly so much happier in here. I feel like I did touch on the fact that when we first moved in and this room was like obviously decorated in a way that the previous owner loved, but there was wallpaper everywhere, all of the walls were blue. I took a while to settle into this house because I just feel like where everything felt so hers and not ours, I really felt like we were just going to bed in somebody else's bedroom every night, and it just didn't like make me feel that settled, if that makes sense. So yeah, since we've finished this room, I'm so happy here. Like I say, I know I touched on the fact that I was definitely having some like anxious days around moving and around the big change that was. But yeah, the house is very much feeling like home now, and with all the decoration that we've done, it's like ours. So I will show you guys around the bedroom. We have some little new additions in here as well, and you can just see the finished product. So this is how our bedroom is now looking. She's very neutral, nice and like chill and calm in here, which is just what we wanted. We obviously still need to add some furniture bits and upgrade our bed and everything, but that's just not top of the priority right now. Nothing in here has kind of changed in terms of the bed and the bedside tables and stuff. We've had these before. Same with the lamps. I got this bedding from Next, this like striped bedding underneath, and it's so cute. It washes really well as well. It has like the reversible side if you wanted thinner stripes, but then the bedding is a mix of like Dusk and H&M. And then this is how the paint colours turned out. So on the walls we have Stir About from Fire and Ball, which we got mixed up at Valspar. And then we also did the same with the ceiling colour, which is a mix up of Satin Slipper, I want to say, from Fire and Ball. And I think it works so well in here. It was very dark when we first put it on, and I was like panicking because I picked this paint colour, but it dried so much lighter, and it's just like the most perfect neutral off-white, but more like of a warmer tone. And then we just have this little section here, which this chest of drawers I think I got in our last house from, I want to say it's called like Roseland Furniture or something. I got this as just some extra storage in the last house, but it actually fits in this little section perfectly. So we were potentially going to get another one of those for Brad, because basically all of my stuff's in there. And we were going to put it this side, but I actually decided to pop a mirror in here just because we are eventually going to have a dedicated wardrobe room. For now, my clothes are just on rails in what's going to be the guest room, and then Brad's got his clothes on rails in the other guest room. So yeah, I thought I'd use the space for this massive mirror, which I picked up from William Woods. I just think it works so well in this space. Great for getting ready. I always sit on the floor here and do my hair, do my makeup, and I think it kind of finishes off this space super nicely. William Woods, the best for mirrors, of course, but they also do have some really nice furniture pieces, which I might have a look at because there's some stuff on there that I've got my eye on at the moment, like coffee tables, little side tables. And then the only other addition in here is this footstool, which I grabbed from Homesense, which you guys I think would have actually seen in this video. I did a little Homesense haul, and we've got it in here for now, but this will eventually go in the guest room next door. But again, it's just great for storage. I've got just stuff in here, and I do think it looks cute. Like the stripes kind of break it up a bit. So yeah, that is our finished bedroom. I'm gonna take you guys into the guest bedroom, which again, I think you would have seen in this vlog. That is now done. We actually had Shannon Oak come in to stay with us, so we literally finished painting that the day they arrived. We wanted them to have like a nice space to be in the house, so I didn't film too much of the process, but I'll go and show you the room now. It is eventually gonna be our wardrobe room, but it works so well as a guest bedroom at the moment. Okay, she's actually not looking her best right now because we are currently washing the bedding, so there's kind of stuff everywhere. This is one of the storage cupboards that Brad has for his clothes, but I popped this mirror on the wall. Well, Brad popped this mirror on the wall, but this is from Zara Home ages ago. We used to have it in our hallway, but I actually thought it worked quite well in this space. And again, for guests, they can get ready in here. I always feel like a mirror is very handy in a bedroom. So that is this section. And then this is what the room is looking like. Like I say, excuse the fact the bed is not made, but we have this bed in here, which is from Dusk. Again, we got this in our old house. It is quite grey toned, but we actually ended up painting this room the same colour as our bedroom, just because we had the paint left over. And I feel like it's cancelled out the grey tone of this bed. It actually looks quite warm in here. And then we had these curtains up in here, again just for a bit of privacy while we had people staying, but I actually ordered some blinds from Blinds to Go. We've never had these kind of Roman blinds, but I feel like I'm converted because I actually really love how they look. I just think they look super neat, whether they're up like this or when they're fully down. It just finishes off the windows perfectly. And these are also blackout, great for if our friends with kids come. The room is really nice and dark in here now. So I think we are probably going to leave these curtains up in here just to kind of dress this window even more and make it feel a lot more cozy. We also put the rail right at the top of the room, so it makes this space just appear so much bigger. We will probably get rid of this wooden beam that's up there. I think they had their curtains attached to that, so we don't really have a use for it, and I feel like it would look a little bit better with that gone and just painted the same colour as the wall. But again, that's a job on the list. And then these are the side tables that I picked up from Homesense. Very happy with this little find. And then Brad actually found these side lamps on Dusk. And they're obviously like a kind of burnt orange colour. I'm not sure how well that's picking up on camera, but yeah, they are eventually going to go in the other guest bedroom. I don't know if you guys will remember, but we've gone for like a dark green in there. So we feel like this colour with that dark green on the walls will look really nice. But they're in here for now, and we are thinking of popping this artwork up on this wall just to give it a home. Basically, we've had this for years and it's been in the garage for a really long time. That'll also tie in the more grey tones of the bed, and we have tried it up there and it does look quite nice. So yeah, that is the guest bedroom for now. Like I say, this will eventually be a dressing room come filming room for me, just because it's the smallest bedroom that we have, but it's still such a decent size. Like, we're so lucky with the size of the bedrooms that we have here. So all of this is kind of temporary at the moment. It will all move into the front room. We do need to get our wardrobe sorted, because living off the clothing rails, I am literally just repeating the same outfits, seeing how long I can make them last. Like, I have not unpacked my clothes properly, and we've been here for over a month now, which is really poor from me. But we're getting there. We're just trying to not rush things, and just take our time to make decisions and make this place homely and exactly how we want it, but we have all the time in the world. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it was a little bit mismatched. I'm glad I've finally been able to show you 2 finished bedrooms in this house. We have so many updates to show you guys downstairs, which will probably be in the next vlog. I did film us redecorating the whole dining area. It's literally unrecognisable now. That obviously had floral wallpaper in it as well, and that's like all gone. It's looking very cozy and like homely again in there, and I'm really happy with how that's actually turned out. So yeah, that will be the next vlog that you guys see, the whole process of that, and then I can show you the finished product. But I hope you're enjoying these vlogs. I am looking forward to getting back into just daily vlogs and just more regular content. I need to get back into the hauls. I know I keep saying it, but I really am like ready to do that now. I think where we've been so busy with obviously moving in and renovating and just trying to get little jobs done, I need to prioritise getting back into my old ways of my content. So it is coming, I promise. I get asked probably daily. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon in the next one. Bye guys.